It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and the focus is on Ivan Pace, who just keeps making his presence felt, now up to 72 tackles for the season. It's the Commanders and the Broncos, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. Partner, it's week 15. Just feels like a horse race. We're at the top of the stretch. Now it's the sprint for home.
And up until this point, Mike, every team's goal is, can we be in the conversation for the playoffs in this final 4-week stretch? Where here we are. And if you've done that, well, man, there is nothing more exciting than playing NFL football at the end of the regular season when you're in playoff contention. But for those who aren't, this is where you have an opportunity as a player to extend your career, get invited back to training camp next season. A lot of teams' years are made at the end of the year, and a lot of individual players' careers are made down the stretch here in these final couple weeks.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback
And he's coming off a game where he's pretty much held in check for the majority of the contest. He had a couple nice throws here and there, and I think that's what gives this team hope that he is the quarterback for the future, Mike, because when he's on, it looks like big boy football. Don't see it enough. He didn't get into any sort of established rhythm, never found the end zone, and of course he had the one interception. I think today, get him off to a good start. Get an idea of what the defense is looking to do to counter you and find some easy layups to get this quarterback going. I think last week they weren't able to do it, and if they don't find early success today, I have a feeling the result might not be all that different.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
When you go out and invest in a young guy like this to be part of your backfield's future, you got to find ways to get him involved early, and I think here's a case of doing just that.
Nix, now to throw it here on first down. Finding the veteran tight end, Zach Ertz. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. RPO, quick throw. There's Sutton. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Nix from the gun on third down. He's got his tight end. There's Ertz.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. To the outside, hauled in by Sutton.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And they'll mark him out at the 8, but it is enough to set up 1st and goal.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
That one taken in. Davante Adams. Touchdown, Denver. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. But dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
Mike. Talk to this quarterback's teammates. The word they always use is perfectionist, and it's pretty easy to see why. When we had a chance to sit down with him the other day, one thing was very clear. He was not happy about having that blemish on the stat line, the interception. Now, it didn't change the outcome of the game, but it certainly prevented him from being able to really appreciate what he accomplished. And last week, that meeting is any indication of what we should expect, I think it's pretty safe to assume he's placing a big emphasis on protecting the ball over these next 4 quarters.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Here's Brown. And he'll take this ahead to the 43-yard line. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Along the sideline, a nice catch. The feet in. It's a short gain, but it'll move the chains. A 1st down. On the ground, it's Robinson. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. They face second down and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. The reception for Rondale Moore. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And he'll take it on in. Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. This great season throwing the ball continues. That last TD pass, number 40 on the year. Chad Ryland now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Commanders come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Jaleel McLaughlin now on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Still plenty to play for as the temperatures dip and we hit the final month, the money month of the season. He will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They pick him up and throw him down for a loss. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Throwing is Nix. Now he'll run it. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the first down. Now a 3rd and 2. On the bootleg, it's Nix. He finds the veteran Ertz. And he is very close to the first down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
This brought him out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. The motion man here is McLaurin. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make. That was a good one there.
Here's a 2nd and 9. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Now he'll run. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Not much happening there, just a short game. On second down, it's Daniels. A quick slant, looked in by Moore. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. The motion man here is McClure. Throwing again, Daniel. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Surtain.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's going to get this up near the 1st down marker. Tackle made at the 29-yard line. 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. They're going to get the conversion here on 3rd down. He'll bring this up to the 33-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
A handoff here, up the middle. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Frankie Luvu there to make the play defensively. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll try to run for it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
Here's Jordan Stout now. He'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
That one complete to Moore. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Now Brown. And he'll work his way down inside the 30. Shooing off 7 yards on that one. 2nd down and 3. Here's Daniels. That'll be taken in by Moore. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Let's go now.
Throwing is Daniels. He'll find his man, Mecole Hardman. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Throwing now, Daniels. Quick throw here is complete. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. They'll run with Robinson. And they are all over that on defense. Good surge, drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
He's going to, and he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. McLaughlin now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to get back at it. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing, Nix. That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons. He can spread the ball out and find the open space.
Let's go. Ready, go.
To the ground, a 1st down run. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. 2 yards from 6 points. It is 1st down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain. They'll try it again from the 2. 2nd and goal. Back to throw is Nix. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore all over that. Gets a hand in there to knock it away. On 3rd and goal, they'll run for it. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down. So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos are back within 4 at 14-10.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. He has been sensational all year long. The NFL's leader in passing yards, he just recently went over the 4,000-yard mark for the year. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Daniels now going to look to throw. To the outside, a catch made by Moore. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half. Third and 2. Here's Daniels. He's got a man. It's McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. And he gets that to Hardman. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Daniels gonna throw again. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. To the air again is Daniels. That is hauled in at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. They'll try to run with Robinson. He slams it in there, and he is in. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Washington. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Ryland's kick here is good. And the Commanders are out to a 21-10 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Broncos offense. And their running back set to go once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the 1st down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. As it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. To the outside, hauled in by Sutton. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And he'll be taken down. The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos are able to get it back within a score.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Eagles who are out in front. Jalen Hurts has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head east to the land to check on the Brownies at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Bengals trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. C.D. Lamb, a touchdown catch in the victory. It was a solid first half of football for the Alabama man, Brian Robinson. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his season total. You get a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes to this point this season. Moore going in motion. On the give, it's Robinson. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle. 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Slot man in motion left. On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. They'll run it here with Robinson. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Slot man in motion right. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a 1st down. They run over center with Robinson. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Commander's 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's McLaurin open on the left side. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Terry McLaurin, touchdown Commanders. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. Numbers 17 and 18 on the year.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. McLaughlin now on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Broncos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Conklin goes in motion. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Frankie Luvu there to make the play defensively. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Nick's going to look to throw. He's going to keep it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. The Broncos bringing out their punter. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. There's Terry McLaurin and the Commanders offense heading out for their next possession. As we head into this final stretch of games, take note. He comes into this one leading the NFL in receiving yards. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And that's not going to yield a whole lot. Up to only about the 23. Throwing on 2nd down. Daniels. He'll look underneath here for Brown. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Third and a yard, it's Daniels. That one on target to Moore.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Robinson. A short pickup to the 38. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. A quick slant, and here's Adams. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Second down. Nix. This throw right side is caught by Adams.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Right back to him on first down. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. 2nd and 11. They'll stick with him again. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. They'll run here with Brown. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Daniels now going to look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
This a must stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take them.
On first down, Daniels. Right back to Moore, another grab. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. Another run here for Robinson. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Washington. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but It's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Ryland's kick here is good. And the Commanders will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. McLaughlin now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. And there is still a lot to play for. Every game is critical. Teams fighting to claim one of the 7 playoff spots that are up for grabs. Knicks now on 1st and 10. Into space at the 45. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw is Nix. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. 3rd and 5. Throwing, Nix. Open man, that's Adams. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch. This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down. Third and a yard. Play action now. It's Nix. He'll try to run for it. And he's down at the 3. What a run.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up 1st and goal.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. Here's a run. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another shot. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. So now after the touchdown, Lutt's going to send this one away. Hardman now to return it. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we take you through some of the highlights so far, you're going to see a lot of passing yards. He has carved up this defense over 300 yards passing in the game and has been sharp from the start. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Throwing is Daniels. That one is complete to Hardman. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. Looking for room out on the edge. He's not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
To return, it's Mims. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with first and 10. To the outside, hauled in by Sutton. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He runs with it, and he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. Second and a yard. They'll throw. It's Nix. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. He'll get this out to his running back. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Trailing late. They've got to go here. It's fourth down. That's taken in. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a fourth down, fourth quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the handoff, it's Robinson. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, they face second down and 7. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On second down, it's a run with Robinson. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
Come on. Hey.
Moore going in motion. On third down, it's Robinson. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining. The Commanders set to kick this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. That's going to be out of bounds, no return, and the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. To the outside, it's brought in by Adams. One timeout at their disposal, but the more pressing need, they have to score twice. It's 1st and 10. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here is 1st and 10. Back to throw is Nix. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down. Now Nix going to look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
That's a suck. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Commanders come up with it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
And now the referee looks like he has gotten word from replay. They're going to stop the game inside the last 2 minutes. All replays emanate from there. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. He gets this complete, finding Adams. So a win here on the road for the Commanders. And this long winning streak showing no signs of slowing down. They put one more in the win column with yet another solid performance here. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.